Andre, I got to tell you, a few years ago, there was so much excitement about manufacturers putting diesels in half-ton or / full-size trucks.
Yeah.
But today, man, the shine has worn off the apple, and diesels in half-tons are dead.
No, you're wrong, dude.
I'll tell you why I'm not wrong. I've got 5 reasons here why the diesel wave never, in fact, caught on with consumers in full-size trucks. But it has caught on with GM because there's some news today, right?
Yeah, so the big news today is that GM announced more details about what makes the 3-liter straight 6 Duramax, the mini Duramax, actually tick. A lot of details except for one big one.
Okay, what's that?
Fuel economy is not available.
So what did they announce?
Well, they announced the way the engine is built. And listen to this. This is the state-of-the-art engine. It's a straight 6, which makes it really smooth, according to GM. And that makes sense because straight 6 engines are known to be smooth in history. And first of all, this engine has aluminum block, aluminum heads. It's a dual overhead cam engine, 4 valves per cylinder. It has an exhaust brake, so that's really handy for going down hills and braking your load. Active thermal management system is enhanced. It's got ceramic glow plugs that allow for quicker cold starts, water charge cooler, variable geometry turbocharger, electronically variable intake manifold. I could go on for another probably 5 minutes to tell you how high-tech this engine is.
Okay, so we've got a high-tech diesel that
Yes.
people are going to not buy.
Why is that?
I'll tell you why they're not going to buy it. Because as you know, recently Ford announced that they are going to lower the price of the diesel in kind of a crafty way by putting it in the F-150 XLT, right?
Yeah,
Because
for
the diesel,
consumers.
Yeah, the diesel in the Ford, not the Super Duty, the half-ton, was a $5,000 option.
Yes.
And now how much does it cost if you want a diesel in an XLT?
Well, they're bringing it from like the Lariat trim level
Yeah.
down lower in the XLT, and the starting price now for a 2-wheel drive model diesel F-150 is $46,255 approximately.
So are they doing that because people are lining out the door to buy them, or are they doing it because people aren't buying them?
I think the issue before was that when I looked up diesel F-150s, they were all 70,000 because they were the most loaded trucks, and people were complaining, put the diesel in the more affordable truck.
Yeah, I get that, but the other issue, of course, with Ford's half-ton diesel is that that engine's been around a long time, and it's got a little bit of that Dieselgate sniff and smell around it, if you see what I'm saying.
Well,
I think that has crept up into the full-size truck segment, and people are a little leery of diesels, and they're especially leery of diesels when they cost a lot more.
Yeah, but it's not the case here with the 3-liter Duramax Straight 6 from GM. The pricing actually looks fairly attractive. It's about $2,500 over a 5.3-liter V8 in their lineup of engines, which makes it the same price as a 6.2-liter V8. By the way, should we recap really quickly the power ratings
Yeah, of course.
on this engine?
Yeah.
So the 3-liter Straight 6, and we've known this for a little while already, has 277 horsepower. That's best in class for diesel half-tons right now. And 460 pound-feet of torque. Once again, better than the Ford engine. It's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and tow ratings are 9,700 pounds for a 2-wheel drive and 9,400 pounds for a 4-wheel drive. Those towing ratings are less than in the Ford, but still pretty competitive.
So 2 numbers, Andre.
Yes.
2.7, 24. And that is,
Okay.
of course, the 2.7-liter GM-made 4-cylinder that gets 24 mpg on the highway. Now, why wouldn't you just buy that truck instead of getting a new diesel, which is going to cost more?
Yes, a couple of reasons.
Right.
That 2.7, I agree with you, is a good engine.
Yes.
And it has some diesel-like qualities with its torque. But, you know, the Ford 2-wheel drive truck is rated at 30 mpg. We don't know exactly what the GM diesel engine will do, but I think they're probably targeting that same number. Otherwise, how would you compete, right? And also, the diesel engine is rated at 9,700 pounds towing. That 2.7 liter was about 7,600 pounds.
The 2019 Silverado 2.7 inline-4 turbocharger up and down the Ike.
Downhill in the Silverado Turbo.
Hey, this is cool. A 2.7 4-cylinder turbocharged. We're testing it to the max. This is a super Ike.
Yes, because we're maxed out on trailer.
Maxed out on trailer. We got a lot of payload.
We have center blocks. That's how we got our weight balanced for the tongue. And in the back of the trailer, we have 2 barrels full of water, 1 tote full of water. So we have this trailer weighed up to 6,680 pounds. So we're right against the max tow ability of this Silverado.
All right, let's keep going. Another 2 letters, XD as in Titan XD, right? The tweener truck that
Yes.
Nissan introduced a couple of years ago. And Nissan's idea, of course, was that they would stick a diesel into a kind of a truck that falls between a heavy-duty truck and a full-size truck, and it didn't work because you kind of got the worst of both worlds, right? You didn't get the torque that you got in a heavy diesel truck, and you didn't get the fuel economy that you would normally get
In a half-ton,
right? So
for example.
it
Yeah.
kind of was the worst of what you don't want. How do we know that's not going to be the case with the GM power plant?
Well, we don't know, but like you just explained, the Titan XD had other issues.
Right.
It was a big buildup. We all waited for the diesel Nissan truck, and it didn't deliver on the high expectations, in my opinion, that we had. So we also have been waiting for this 3-liter Duramax engine at least a year and a half since they announced it. So yes, the expectations are high, and if they're not met, it's going to be tough.
Well, not just that, but now you're going to have, what, like 7 different powertrains that you can get from GM, right? That's confusing. I know trucks come in a litany of different
Millions.
of different sizes and configurations,
Yes.
but now 7 different powertrains. Oh my gosh, Andre. At some point, simpler is better, right? What happened to that standard kind of Honda model where you've got the base, the middle, and the upper? Right now, 7? Really? 7?
Well, choice is king, isn't it? I mean, look at Ford. Ford does very similar stuff. They have 6 different powertrain options, and many customers have different requirements. So I think choice is not a bad thing.
All right, one other word, Rivian, right? In the time that, of course, it takes for a company to plan a new power plant and for it to come to market, that can be literally 5 years or longer, right? And in the time that this engine was initially basically designed and conceived
Probably years ago, yeah.
years ago, right? The electric truck and hybrid truck have come on strong, right? Everybody's looking at hybrids. Everybody's looking at electrics. We just had a video where we talked about an anonymous source that told us that Toyota's going to go to a hybrid power plant in their next Tundra. We know that GM is investing, and Ford, in EVs. I mean, it feels like time has, incredibly quickly leapt ahead of the technology.
Well, I'll give it to you on the hybrid side,
Yeah.
if you're using maybe gasoline power with a hybrid. But I think full electric trucks are still years away for the mainstream. We're talking about mainstream trucks, and I think GM can use this engine in many different vehicles. Just think about like the Chevy Tahoe, the Chevy Suburban. We don't know that yet, but I'm just saying, I'm speculating that they could use that engine across a wide variety of vehicles. And I think that's pretty smart for them.
My answer to that would, of course, be Volkswagen and Dieselgate, right? Which killed diesels.
Many different cars.
In passengers'
Yes.
vehicles. In trucks, they're still okay, but in passenger vehicles, they're persona non grata. Nobody wants a diesel in their SUV crossover, and gosh, certainly not in their sedan. All right, and here's the last argument I have for you, and I think this is my strongest, Andre. If you want a diesel, go get yourself a heavy-duty truck.
Well, it's a good argument. If you want to sit 4 feet in the air and have a gigantic truck that you cannot park in your garage, and yes, it's very capable. Heavy-duty diesels, we test them all the time, right? But I mean, for some people, a heavy-duty truck is just not an answer. They want a smaller truck that maybe they can park in their garage. They can go on a long trip.
Then get the baby Duramax.
The little Colorado,
Yes,
you mean?
of course, yeah.
Well,
I just feel like, once again, the planning for this took place years ago, and today people are not that excited about full-size heavy-duty trucks. But of course, the old reporting cliche, time will tell,
Yes.
will certainly hold true. So when do we get to drive this for the first time?
well, actually mid-June, so about June 17th, 18th, 19th time frame. I'm going to the first event.
Yes.
We're going to have first driving review, and we'll get it to Colorado as soon as possible for like an MPG loop, iGauntlet, all of that stuff. So that's going to be exciting. And like you said, once we test it, we'll know exactly how it performs.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys will know it sooner than later, because always at TFL, we love to say you saw it first on the Fast Lane truck. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, if you have any comments, if you think I'm right and Andre's wrong, or if you think Andre's wrong and I'm right,
What? Wasn't that the same?
Yes, please let us know in the comments below. And remember, check out tfltruck.com for more news, views, and of course, all of our breaking news, because that's where you'll see this stuff first. It takes us some time to produce these videos, whereas you can type that stuff up much quicker on tfltruck.com.
Absolutely, it's a cool website.
See you guys later. Ciao.